There you are. Bingo. Oh, it's all looking good. Now I remember it. Interesting. All right.
A nightmare at Tour Pro.
Yeah, it's definitely not Tour Pro friendly. So 71 minus 25 we say.
Yeah, really, with Tour Pro, you shouldn't be using the main view at all. Yes, to have a look at the routing of the hole, but boy, I came unstuck. I really did.
Oh, take that. I will definitely take that.
It's worked out really well.
It was close to disaster.
This variable wing's pissed me off.
Five, 30.
Mine's good.
Oh,
It's
like
straight away. You're on notice.
It's going to be that kind of game. It's got to be 146 with the right wind. Don't not put it in the water. Okay. Oh, bloody BLI's on. At least I've managed to. Right.
Yeah, mine was on as well. Off now.
oh, nice.
Wow.
Oh,
It was nice, wasn't it?
It was lovely. Won't need BLI for that one, Andy. Looks like right. How much? Come on. Yeah, I would have bet money that was straight after seeing what our two did. Couldn't have left it in a better spot, Dave.
Yes,
It was
we
amazing.
rewarded.
What clubs did you guys hit?
We all hit the 146. I bet money.
I hit the 159.
I didn't. I hit the 158. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I punched my 146.
Interesting. Okay. No. Oh, that's going to make it tough.
Looks slightly awkward. Try not to follow you there. Okay, got it.
It's a better line.
Or is it?
What's going on? Right,
Without the top view, it's best we can do, I reckon.
Jeez. Okay. Come on, stay in the fairway. Oh, that's cruel.
Well, that is just one nasty fairway.
Come on!
Wow!
What on earth was that?
Outrageous,
I'm just speechless.
Andy, should we just pick up our bat and ball and go home?
I think what we should do is just pull the plug on him. Just disassociate ourselves from this
crazy.
spectacle.
That was amazing. Really? Come on.
Right.
What are you doing to us? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it is Fantasy Island.
Oh,
All
so
your dreams come
fantasies
true.
Come true. Oh.
Words fail, my dear Dave.
Yeah.
$79 feet. Oh, you poor bugger.
Yeah, well,
Can't even see you.
the legitimate golf shot doesn't get much.
11% power loss, 15, 153. This has got to be a legitimate shot.
Yeah, that's better.
Not as bad as yours.
And at least you get to flop from there. Honestly, well, I do too, I guess. I see. Okay. So,
Well, if Uncle Dave manages to hit 18 greens, for example, okay, we'll give him 100% on greens in regulation hit, but of course the stats will come up with 0% for scrambling, and that is the figure that is going to be entered on the stats.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, nice, nice.
Oh, that's another good shot. That's another good shot. 54. 54. Not easy. God, that moved a lot, didn't it? Okay. Oh, bloody hell, this moves a heck of a lot. Oh, of course it did.
Wow.
Yeah. Another super birdie, Dave.
Unbelievable. That sort of form can't last.
Well, an
I
exploit
mean,
start.
at this rate, you're going to be 27 shots ahead of me after 18 holes at this rate of extrapolation.
That's going to wreck your stats, Andy.
See me picking up my psychiatrist on the speed dial, that's for sure.
You could be opening your first beer a little earlier than normal. Ooh.
I'll end up being like one of the, I think it was Duke of Clarence, who was put to death by drowning in a vat of Malmsey.
Oh, that sounds very painful.
What is Malmsey, by the way?
I think it was a port or something like that.
What a way to
You
go.
know, one of these big vats.
Don't go in the bunker.
Right, well, it's time to forget about the first two holes.
Yep, reset.
Yeah, this is a new thing. I've just got to match what is going on by the pair of you. Right.
Might match it exactly almost.
Right.
All right.
That's a statement drive. You might be able to hear a sound there, and that's the sound of me beating my chest.
He's back. It didn't take long.
No, it's 3 out of 3, Dave, so far.
Yeah, but he's gone off the rails. He's not within 4 feet.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that might have been a pity
It's
approach.
fine.
Dave's feeling sorry for us.
Well, we're going to be having a pity party soon, the way things are going. Right. 175. Ooh. Right, I'm waiting for the right wind. That's the right wind. Oh, be right.
It's better.
Lovely.
Doesn't look like a very flat putt, but I'll take it. As a matter of fact, that's a diabolical pin, boys.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to take it a little bit. 6166. 66. Oh, come on, wind.
Perfect, Andy.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah. That is diabolical. Your putt's terrible, Dave.
Yeah, it's not going to be great. How's that even a putt?
Well, you can do a full shot if you like.
We're going to do everything in our power to sow the seed of doubt.
Right now, you're fair game for a bit of sledging, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
18 and 16, right.
Don't want to get down there. No.
Do you know, it was on the tip of my tongue to say what you don't want to do, Dave, is put it down the gully past the pin.
I knew I didn't want it. 53 foot is always a dodgy distance to get right.
Right. Don't go too long. Oh, Christ. It went too long.
All right. Go left to right. It just has to. How much? Maybe not as much as I think.
Lovely.
I think you gave me a little bit of comfort there.
Oh, that was definitely a good read for you, Andy.
On the ground.
God to golf giveth, he also taketh away. Oh, rolled over the top.
He likes taking away more than he likes giving, though.
Yes.
Well, the good news is there's a change in the extrapolation. It's gone from
It's no longer 27.
27 to 18.
Oh, that's a dramatic improvement, Andy. Well done.
It is.
Nice par there.
Meanwhile, 3 cars by yourself.
A little bit tighter. 753. Lucky Nora. You know, there's a pint for anyone that can get on in 2.
I think it would be a pint of rocket fuel if you go.
I pulled it left. Bound onto the fairway, please. Oh, thank you. We've got the listening golf ball. You would
Well,
not.
it's not outrageous. I wouldn't.
You don't want to miss this fairway, or you can't make it in 3.
Shot.
There's office, Dave.
Oh, I can get there in 2.
Can you?
No.
We want to see you go for it.
400 yards over water. I'll give it a bell. Oh,
So perfectly safe.
what a brute.
Well,
Oh, not
Oh,
quite.
man. Look at that.
You might have had a bigger headwind.
Or you might just have smushed it. Bloody hell, this is. Oh, I missed the fairway, I think. Oh,
No,
266. Christ.
Bloody Nora, this
This
is a
is-
hell of an exciting second shot.
this is
Well,
crazy.
It's the third shot, which is really going to test our resolve.
Yeah. Mm.
If you get this within 4 feet on your third shot, I'm giving up. I'm going back to bed. I'm going to watch the Olympics. I'll not be able to take this torture.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that is going to miss the fairway. I'm leaning left in my chair. It's not helping.
No.
God damn it. Now I have to lay up. Maybe it's a good thing I have to lay up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you see, I've got the problem that I feel as though I should be. It is down here 10, the 258, but there's a bit of a headwind.
It's very exciting.
I think I need to have 240 clear to be on the safe side, and I'm not sure whether I've got it. Might have. And that's definitely not going to make the fairway, I don't think.
No, that's right. Makes my next shot easy.
It does. It's, well,
Makes my decision very easy.
makes it simpler. And there. And there. There. Right. Next club. Next club. All right.
Not bad.
Yep.
Right.
Here's the exciting shot. Gone for it.
It's definitely
Come
drivable.
on.
That's
He's made
nice. That's going to be.
That's a shot, Andy. Didn't make it by a lot.
Oh, it's a super putt though.
It is super wogger.
Don't you worry about
No, we're not worried about it.
that.
We're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a green and red stat. That's good news for me. Oh,
Oh, it's fine.
another 5 yards. That would have been into the grass.
Mm.
Well, it's given me a little bit of information.
Any snippet you can get in. Another nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Well, got to be that way. On turn. I did turn.
Well, the pace would have been really good. Right, and it did give me some information, so that's good. That much. Not more. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That was a good putt.
Well, mine's coming from the opposite direction that Dave's was.
Come on, Andy, for the par. Nice.
Oh,
Beautiful. Really nice. And not easy at all.
no.
Ah.
Well, that was a reward for John Daly there.
You really had to be on the fairway for that third shot.
And look at this. Suddenly,
Who the hell is this? Oh, I've got to have a look and see what the hell's going on here.
I will be watching it very closely.
This is bizarre, this. There's something I'm not seeing here.
I'm not going to know until you hit.
No.
Mind you, it's not a long hole. Right, so let's have a look at these. Trouble is these bloody boulders.
Oh, you're thinking of not worrying about it. Where it lands, just getting the distance. Oh, God, I don't know what to do.
Still trying to work out where the flag is. Can't be that one off to the right, surely.
Don't you dare go behind that fucking rock.
That rock.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, nice bounce.
Well, to be honest, that little sort of spot was where I was going for. Not via the rock, though.
Well, I'm wary of that because those bushes, I'm not sure whether they're woody ones or not. I know they're not that tall, but they're tall enough.
I don't understand this fairway.
You me going through Andy's process.
Oh, no idea.
I'll be F5 in all the way around here.
Oh, hang on. I get it now.
So you're 149 out. I didn't see. I wonder what your percentage loss is. No, you're not going to say, but really would be a deciding factor. Looks like we've got full Uncle Dave coming up here.
Yeah, I just couldn't bring myself to hit the medium long iron.
This with great interest. Distance out, Your Honour. Once again, he's toying with the fairways. He just leaves it nicely out.
222 yards.
It's going to be a perfect 5-wood, which Dave doesn't have. But that means
I like that suggestion.
It means I can replicate the shot. That's what I like. So he must have hit the 195 club, and I don't want to push quite that close. I'm going to off to mine.
I hit the 183, Dave.
Gosh, well, I think the lofting got me over the line anyway.
Yeah. If you did the 195, you could have been in trouble.
Right, this is going to be interesting to see which strategy is going to work.
Well, there's almost, unless the wind stays at 5 miles an hour, the 5-wood's not enough. So I'm just going to go with the 3 and hope I get a bit of 14 mile an hour winds with maximum loft. Go with that.
You got the 14 and it stayed on 14. It's gone to 7. Pretty good though.
Lovely. I'm going to end up with a super wogger at the end of this. Although you hit the... Did you say you hit the 3?
I can't remember.
Oh, I'm not going to hit the 3. I think that's crazy.
I think he must have hit the 3 because it was a fairly strong breeze all the way down.
I really could remember, but I'm not helping the leader by 2.
No, why would you help me? I wouldn't expect you to. Anyway, I don't have the 5, so...
Now, are these woody or not? That's the question. Look a bit.
I don't think they are. 13%.
They better not be, because there's a lot of them. They weren't woody. Well done, Andy. It's on the green. Yep. Another interesting putt.
Good.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Did you hear that text come in then, Dave?
What text?
You just answered my question.
Okay.
Was it a Landry text?
It was.
No, didn't hear it.
Then I've got the volume set just right.
Come on.
Might be straight. I can't see, so I'm just going to go straight.
Goodness for that. Well, it looks as there's 3 paths by different routes.
Yeah. Is that the first hole we've had 3 pars on? Might be.
Yeah.
Sure was. It's a riot of colour before that.
2 on 5. It's 2 and 3. No, 2 and 9. 7. They're not too big.
No.
One thing you didn't. Can somebody just check the elevation? No, it shouldn't be any elevation at all because
Should be sea level.
Yeah, that has to be. Wow, it's not a good one.
I think you had the right club there, the 195. It's got to be.
Correct.
Yeah. Don't think that was giving Dave any help there.
No, I think it could have worked better.
Good tee shot though, needed to be hit. Oh, look at that.
It's going to be with you.
Join me.
And that was a flopped 195 as well.
Really?
Yeah. Well, this is interesting. It's just a bit too far for the list. Right.
Yep.
All right, so oh, we've got a bad number. That's not really what I wanted. Right. Oh, fuck.
Well, it's good information. Thanks, Andy.
Oh, dreadful, wasn't it?
I don't think mine has that much break. I think yours is in a different scenario, but still, it's definitely got some.
Perfect.
Yep.
That was thanks to you, Andy. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Good birdie.
Tap.
Ah. Okay.
Right, here's our chance, Andy. It counts while the opportunity is there.
Yes, well, I fully intend pouncing. I'm in pounce mode.
Strike like
Yeah, well,
divers.
All right, part one done.
Well, I think the leader is vulnerable at the moment because he's hit one or two shots, not quite as devastating off the tee as he usually is. So I'm kind of hopeful that there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Mind you, if he puts this to 4 feet, oh, that's it, I'm off.
It pretty much died when it hit the fairway. That was unusual.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to get a birdie to pick up a stroke, but at least we've got the chance.
Oh no, the bloody wind really picked up there. Oh.
Right. 126.
Four behind.
It's got to be the 120 club. Chopped somehow. I'm sure. Sounds right. Right. No point.
No.
Yeah, exactly the same as mine.
You're lucky you didn't go right out the back there.
Well, it was almost a disaster.
You're lucky you chopped it.
Glad I chopped it. There's not much in this. It's pretty flat. Just going to chip at this. Or am I?
Good effort.
Just got to remember that break.
You will.
Can't remember what I had for dinner, Andy.
It's the all too familiar face of, what am I doing in this room? Why did I come in here?
Is that a
Followed by
long
the
run,
r-
Dave?
Sorry?
Followed by the. What happened there?
Long and
Long
right.
and
Long
Long
and
and
right.
right.
Okay,
It
well,
wasn't
let's
even a full 51, so.
Mm. Yeah, it's probably done the job, Andy.
Yeah. Good read.
Mm.
Yep.
That's well done. Oh, you're joking. Did
Wow.
you see what happened to that?
It just took a hard left after 1 inch.
Oh, there it is again. Or was that a replay?
Yeah, that was the replay.
Oh, I was going to say, shit, he's done it twice in a
I'm glad it
row.
was a replay. 2 in a row.
Mhm.
Much.
Hmm.
That leaked. Yeah.
All right.
367, right. Where did it all go wrong?
Can go wrong, yeah.
Okay.
Three for 3.
Oh,
Good hit.
and 6.
And he's got his driving mojo back.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of anger management going on in here.
Right. Right. Right.
Well, I'm afraid, Dave, I got the better of you at Southport. I just got a little bit better as each round went on.
Yeah, it was a funny form.
You had a very well. It seemed like the last round, nothing much happened on the course.
No, I just couldn't get anything going, really. One of those frustrating rounds that just keep waiting and nothing happens. Look at that.
Oh, come on. Why didn't you roll down?
Oh,
Oh, that's harsh.
that could have been deadly for us.
11 inches down from me. Come on.
Right, well, I'm taking a leaf out of your book and I'm going right at it. There, come back.
Yeah.
Yes, Andy.
Nice.
Voice.
And it looks as though it might be slightly uphill.
I can't believe Dave's further away than me. It feels like I'm a fair bit further away. Just to look at it.
This is... I can't read this to save myself. Alright. If in doubt, just hit it. Yeah, look at that.
No, it's information.
Wow.
I'm really struggling to read this. If anything, maybe a little bit of right to left. But then when I look from F4, it looks the other way. I'm going to go with my gut, which is a little bit right to left. Oh no, it was down the line. Oh. Got the goober.
No! Come on!
Oh.
Ah, 3 drop strokes in a row. Come on.
Oh, this is a chance for Andy to go too.
No. Well, it's one stroke closer.
Yeah, that's
1, 2, and 4 over.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting now. Well, only Dave's had a birdie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm still in front.
And you're clean by your fingernails. Let's see what we can do. Right. Fury time. Waiting for a 10 mile an hour plus wind. 11. Oh,
Oh, boy.
Where on earth is he going?
I lunged at it.
Oh, God. That's...
Oh, I always fall for the lunge. Come on.
Yes, because it is pretty good.
Very nice, Andy.
Nice. Also nice. All right. Well, I've set myself up nicely here. I've got no green to play with. Woody bushes at the front. Ain't got much
Oh.
going for me here. It's got to be a full shot. The pitch isn't going to cut it. Odds of this getting close. Super low. 41. Say plus 9. 57% power loss. 55 maybe.
Genius.
Oh, I tell you what, they had no right to expect that to be within 30 or 40 feet, Dave. Brilliant shot.
Fantastic.
Made it by 1 inch.
That was right on the edge of the gutsy play, that, of the extreme order. Did you order the cat food last night or not?
Ooh.
This will be the save of the year.
Genius. Well done.
Whew.
The only good thing from my point of view is there didn't seem an awful lot going on in that putt.
No, there wasn't.
I think we have a new leader. I'm about to drop it straight.
Yeah, it was broke straight away.
Oh, you're coming back to everybody, Dave.
Well, truly.
Suddenly Andy's within 2 as well. Fantasy Island is serving up the drama.
It is. It's almost drama by 1,000 cuts, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, I had I seem to have stabilised the ship the last 3 holes.
You staunched the bleeding, and
Yeah.
now we're working our way towards recovery. Safe.
Not just staunched it, I've cauterised the bleeding.
Yeah, that must have hurt.
I can take it.
Play golf long enough, we can all take it.
Especially playing without the BLI.
Of course, playing real golf has honed our paintaking skills.
That's a pretty decent drive.
Yeah.
A bit of chest beating from Ballarat going on there.
Chest beating. I like it. Be right. Bound off that bank. I like that.
Fantastic.
Well, we've all had a very kindly bounce, and that was a nice. He was talking to it the whole time, Dave.
Well, you got to care for your golf ball, Andy. One in a million listens, so it's always worth a shot. You've gone for the same shot almost, except better.
Not quite as good, but
Probably a more pure golf shot.
yes, it's trying to play this course one shot at a time. Getting the drive on, getting the fairway, the green hit. Oh,
It'll come out all right.
It is going to be all right. This is going to be another.
No!
Oh!
Bloody hell!
If that had dropped, there might have been a couple of D words floating around there. It was a
Absolutely.
good shot. You used the fairway. You used the bank.
Yeah. Hmm. Taking a bit of time to with this. Really not sure which way this is going. This just sums up my all over the place. Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna hit it straight. Alright. A little bit that way. Oh, it's not a million miles away.
Oh, that would have gone.
I reckon. Interesting. Some good information. It's definitely going to break a little bit left to right. How much?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh!
Oh, that's harsh. He's in all the pain. Look at it.
Now, I was just thinking there's one more thing that we could do to spice the games up a little bit.
What's that?
And that's to turn off perfect greens.
turn off what?
Perfect greens.
Oh, God. It's years since I've played a game with the wobbly greens.
No. Like with the BLI, it's sort of unfair, but without the BLI, it just adds a little bit more to it.
Well, it probably wouldn't make any difference really, because I don't have a bloody. We wouldn't have a clue whether it was due to the wobbly green or whether it was due to the fact that we just can't read the green sometimes as well as.
Yeah, and there'd just be a few more outraged comments when things miss. We could try it. I mean, we're all doing it. I like the idea, though. Let's try it one time. Well, let's do it on neutral ground, which is a Thursday night, where we'll see how it goes.
No dramas. Uh-oh. Oh, no,
I
that's all
thought
right.
I pushed it too far right, but it's fine.
$611 yards, a nice easy.
Yeah. Need some
Compared to the previous one, this is nice and easy.
That's right, 740 yards.
I don't think it's on. Really isn't. If you get it wrong, you're going to be behind that bloody that rock.
Same strategy as me. Very similar strategy.
Indeed.
I don't think there is any other strategy, really.
Not really.
It's the common sense one.
Just a slightly better line.
Okay. That's a good line. I had dissected the fairway with my approach.
You've gone full science on it, Andy. Well done. I should never have made that comment. Taking it to the bloody grave.
It'll probably come out once around.
Especially if I take the lead by one. Oh. This game hangs in the balance now. Right, 91, 6, with the headwind. Oh, oh, it's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I've got a shot in mind, but execute it.
Bounce, bounce, check. No real check.
Oh, but I watched it like a hawk. Pretty much know what it does back to the pin.
Come on, wind. Don't want that. it's okay, but you really want it to be within 5 feet to really nail these birdies.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 shots in it.
Yeah.
Just hoping that you two just battling away like a couple of heavyweight boxers past their prime, do I dare say. Might, oh dear me. Well, you're still in your prime, unfortunately, Dave.
Well, your
Good
best
job.
bet is if Dave is busy drinking alcoholic cider up there. You got some dirty grannies there, Dave?
No, man. Lemon water.
Lemon water.
I know.
That's not going to help me or Andy.
What a big girl.
Turn.
Didn't do an awful lot. That's all right. That time one of these went in, I'm sick and tired of. Let it right and all. I've been glued to +4 for about 5 or 6 holes now, I think.
Mm.
All right. Oi.
Oh,
Good.
I'll take that.
right. You've got a sole leader again.
After a slew of bogeys, I have to do something.
What you mean, a bit like Isaac Hayes or Stevie Wonder?
Let's hope he drives like Stevie Wonder.
Yes, like Stevie Wonder.
Part 1 done.
I think I'm just going to follow him. He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah. Whereas I don't know what I'm doing. The angle, it's the only thing you can say about it.
Right. I want to pitch it.
It's okay. I just haven't got anything really close yet.
It's been really hard to get O babies on this course. Doesn't seem that difficult, but somehow it's playing difficult. That looks good.
Until now.
Maybe being in the rough is the secret.
Yeah, it's especially if you can get it within 100 yards.
Mm.
It actually makes the shot some ways more predictable.
Because you don't have to try and second guess what the backspin's going to do.
No, it's almost like you get the normal run out that you would expect to if you're playing like that in real life.
Wow, Dave's going to give you a bit of a leg up there, Andy.
I am indeed.
He is. Thank you very much. I need a leg up.
Don't mind a good leg up every now and then.
As long as it's just a leg up and not a leg
Leg
over.
over, exactly.
Indeed.
That might be the name of tonight's round. Getting a leg over at Fantasy Island.
That might boost our viewers.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sort of thinking of Barry Humphries. I mean, some of his descriptions of homosexuals, you know, at the time, they were really sort of, how should I say, colourful sort of metaphors and similes. But of course, he would just be flamed and torched right now if he repeated what he was saying in the 90s.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, he must have seemed like someone from another planet.
That's a boy.
Lovely.
Finally.
Andy, I'll send you a link to a really good Australian, which I call it a horror movie. It's called Wake in Fright, which I'm sure you've never seen.
I'm sure I haven't.
And it's just a link. The movie's there on Mega, the same way our golf courses are, so it's perfectly safe to grab. And yeah, I'll be curious to see what you think.
I thought you were going to send him a link to Bullamakanka.
I wish there was a link to a good quality copy of Bullamakanka. It's only the boutique copies that we have that exist.
Yep. So I do need to ask you something, Andy.
Yeah, you can ask whether I can provide the answer
Well,
that you seek.
You've got your finger on the English pulse. What's been the feelings over there with the cancelling of Neighbours? Because over here it's sort of like people don't give a shit.
The cancelling of what, Dave?
Neighbours. You don't know what Neighbours
That
is?
question.
Wow. Okay. Thought everyone in England knew what Neighbours was.
I still don't. Just say that, Master. Cancelling of
Neighbours.
Neighbours.
Yeah, it's
Neighbours.
an Australian soap opera that's been running for about 35 years.
Oh, and it's now been cancelled
It's
in
been
Australia.
cancelled, yes.
And the reason it's been cancelled is because England didn't take up the sign-up of another season on cable. And that's been the only thing that's been funding the show. English viewers of Neighbours.
Do you
No
know,
one watches it.
I'm afraid that particular story has bypassed my cerebral cortex altogether.
Well, you did answer the question. You said what?
Yeah. Oh, because I did hear that the English fans have really kicked up a big storm about it.
Yeah. Well, that's like saying.
Apparently. But
Well, I'll be once we finish the round, I'll just have a look on what one or two sites that I occasionally look into. I mean, to be honest, of late I've been avoiding news like the plague because
nothing good.
I don't want to. Oh my word! I don't want to hear what's been going on in the Olympics.
No spoilers, right?
Yeah. But I tell you what, did catch my eye that the UK and Australia have agreed a 25 million package, for security and cyber stuff and
Yeah.
all this type of thing. And I thought, well, that's, it's, in the scheme of things, it's not very much, but it's, it's another sign that maybe the UK feels that actually Australia is and should have always been a better bloody country to do business with than some of our European partners.
Well, that's probably correct.
But of course, the opposition party find it upon themselves to state, they should be concentrating their time and efforts on matters closer to home, like the Ukraine. And I think, for God's sake, I mean,
unless it was their idea, then they would have been all for it.
yeah. Come on.
Bullets.
Oh, it wasn't a bad read.
I reckon it might have.
It was a very good read.
Well, based on that, mine feels just dead straight up the hill. That's what I'm going with.
What our Labour Party needs to realise is if it all kicks off in, for example, Taiwan or the South China Seas, then who's going to look stupid then? I mean, I really don't know what's going on in the Ukraine at the moment. I mean, it just seems a lot of posturing and it's almost a bit like sort of bullying in the playground, where the school bully is just positioning himself close to the smaller kids.
Yeah.
Not actually doing anything, but he's just there.
My sister has a horrible theory. She thinks that Putin is just a terrible narcissist, even worse than Trump. And he actually won't mind if World War III starts and the world is destroyed, because he'll be part of it and he'll be part of the cause and he'll like that.
Well,
I hope she's wrong.
I hope that's wrong as well. I mean, I think the West as a whole were caught with the trousers down when they marched into Crimea, and you kind of think, they have proxy separatists in the Ukraine, and I'm sure they will use it as a means to annex certain parts of the Ukraine at the very least.
Yeah, the one thing I am sure of is Putin has no respect for the US, and he's strengthening ties with China every single day. Those two, if they get together, they're going to be a pretty tough club to beat.
Yeah. Shit. I'm in the rocks.
Oh, you're over the rocks.
Oh,
And on the fairway.
I'm calling it a disgrace.
Yeah, same here.
Well done.
It's another fairway hit. That's all that counts.
That's beautiful. It doesn't matter if it's the wrong fairway, does it?
Oh, that had danger written all over it.
Yeah, that's funny. There goes the boring route on the actual fairway. It's 1, 2, and 3 over. It feels like it can serve up a hole with 2-stroke swings at any time. Oh shit. Playing with the rocks.
There you go.
You're okay.
3 on the
3 on the
fairway.
fairway. It's where they laugh.
That's not going to be the club. That is. Come on, be right. Be right. Oh, no. I didn't quite get that final bit
No.
of wind. Shit.
Oh, it's nasty.
It is nasty.
And
I was going for the slam dunk there.
Yeah, you'd be going for some sort of fancy super flop.
Indeed, I will. It's kind of my own fault, that shot, really.
Don't pick up wind. Did pick up.
I think I'd rather be where you are, Dave, though.
I'm sure you would. No, Dave's got a window here. This shot is not that hard.
Hard enough.
I like his line.
It's a 134.
Oh, he was a
Oh,
almighty.
bee's dick.
that was a foot short of bounding forward to the pin. Wow.
There was also a foot short of ended up down where Andy's went.
Yeah. Some fancy super flopping coming up here.
Not fancy enough.
Well, you couldn't get too cute.
Indeed.
Hit your game. Right. That much, maybe? Not that much. Maybe more. Maybe that much. No, less.
So good grief.
Oh, and I had it a bit further out and I said maybe less. Oh.
Well, if ever I needed a long putt to go snaking in, this is it.
Indeed.
Okay, well, I'll go in there. I hit the bloody thing. I had the line reasonably good. Come on. Been another poor day on the greens for me, I think. Could have huge implications.
No,
You read it right. At least I read that right.
Lovely.
Big putt. Now, I'm finding I can read them reasonably well. They're not a bad green texture, but I've only sunk about one I didn't expect to get.
Yeah.
I mean, some you just can't read at all. These ones are okay. You can kind of see.
I think the thing that's really causing me some angst is the fact that it sows the seed of doubt in virtually every putt.
Yeah.
You look at it and you think, is it that? And then you see something which makes you think it's maybe not that.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you think, oh, I'm just going to aim straight. And sometimes they go in.
And the worst ones are when you're 8 feet away and you try and force it by hitting it firm and then 3-putt. I hate those.
I tell you what, your might have been
These long irons into the path, into any hole have been fantastic. Well done.
yeah.
So what did you hit there? It had to be the 180. Surely it was the 183. Or, well, I had the 170, so it's going to be the 183. I just want low wind. Just drop to 6. I'll take anything under 10. And try not to lunge. Don't lunge. Start off 14. Just give me 8. Take 8.
Now the direction is changing.
Oh, I lunged a little bit.
You lunge a lot.
It was a lunge. You wanted that wind and it was slightly better.
You know, dived at it.
You wanted the swing to be over and done with before.
Why can't my lunges go straight ever?
Well, at least the game is consistent that way. If you hurry the shot,
Mm.
always do that.
Jesus Christ. I've done exactly the same shot as you, Dave.
Both
Only
lunges.
worse.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know if I like that, Andy.
I love
Just
it.
gotta pretend there's no rocks in your way and see what the fuck happens.
Actually, I'm going to do an F5 and rotate him. Why? His legs going up further and further.
Okay. Well,
Mm.
Not bad from inside the rock.
Is this doable? Is it a Landry chip?
great chip.
It was a nice effort. Oh. Alright, it's got to be some.
Oh, brilliant.
What a part. That's huge.
Oh.
Could that be the death blow?
I think it is the death blow. Right, of course it had to miss.
Of course. Yeah. Dave blinked, had a bunch of overs in a row, but oh, it's just
Mm. Oh, God, this is. Well, it was something.
A little 2-foot putt is so stressful.
Tell you what, it does not look nice at all. Is the textures you see in the top cam? It's absolutely hideous.
The course has been quite fun to play. I don't mind it.
It certainly hasn't been easy, that's for sure.
No, and Dave's in dire straits. He's had a chance to pick up 3, Andy.
That was harsh.
3, I say.
Hmm. Well, I think I can count myself out.
Round, roll,
Lovely, Dave. You've got the right side of that spine.
range in 2. Oh, maybe.
Carry 255.
No, you need to brute strength this one, Andy. Get on in 2, get the eagle and see what happens.
No, I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, I might.
Oh, lovely.
It's going to go off.
Don't go in the rough.
Oh. Well done. But that distance might be too far into the wind.
Yeah.
Somehow the distance was pretty ordinary. Must have had a worse wind or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in play into just isn't. All right. It's not going to stop me having a crack. Just waiting for under 10. And the lunge and the push to the right, it's all coming. E6. I'll take 8. 9. 11. This is taunting. Then I'll take it.
Whenever you do this, it invariably goes to the right
Now it
place.
drops to 5.
I'm like Pavlov's bloody dog. Just.
Do you know what? I think you almost want to sort of, unless you've got water to go over, just sort of not even look at the wind and just sort of pray that when you actually pull the trigger, it is going to be the wind speed you want.
You're dead right, Andy, because it can be 14 and drop to 3 the second you hit, and vice versa. So yeah.
Okay, that little tip from the top is going to cost you, Dave.
All right, Andy, sink this one.
66, 69.
I think I heard Landry.
But not loudly.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately there, I assumed it was going to be above 10, and I looked up as the ball was in flight, and it was like 6 or 7. Oh, God, yeah.
Well, Dave's got 4. It'll go to 17 the second he hits. Oh, it could be a death blow.
No, stop.
Oh,
No, that's okay.
It is okay.
Lucky they're not hard greens.
It is okay, and it could still be the death blow.
You know, we're just happy it's not no baby.
Will it? Oh,
If it did just catch the hole.
You get a little excited. It's all right. The return part is not that hard.
Okay, right. Okay. Actually, one thing about tonight, I mean, I haven't been reading the putts very well, but my distance control has been off. I've been leaving myself 4 or 5 footers virtually every time.
Yeah, too much work, Andy. It just wears you down.
It's just stressing me out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice putt, but it's
Yeah.
not in.
See, when you leave yourself that, there's no stress.
No.
Well, for Dave, that's always an even money chance, but for most people,
nice.
It's almost the longest putt I've made.
you sunk one clutch putt from about 12 feet that had
Yeah,
luck to the
that's
right,
it.
but that was it.
Yeah, the plaque on this hole's stated, we all had a 5, nothing happens on this hole. God, this is a long par 4.
Yeah, he doesn't mind putting some distance on his holes. Thank God it's a tailwind, so it'll be in range.
Good.
It's a bit left. Get away with it. Or not.
Oh, Willie.
Oh!
It does not
He's
appear to
toying
be.
with-
It doesn't appear to be first cut on this course.
No, just fairway or rough.
Oh, that's almost as good as of it. Come on.
Lovely. Ah.
I think that's going to be a pretty nice super flop there from there, Dave.
Should be.
Might just get there, might just get there. Go on to the green.
Lovely. Bit
Yeah,
of a
nice.
putt, but still nice.
Right. Percentage loss. Only 8% with the 230 club. Maybe that's the right club still. Let's go with that. No lunging that time.
Good.
Good effort, Dave.
Took your advice, Andy. Ignored the wind.
And look at the result. Because the thing is, even if you have especially with variable, even if you pull the trigger on a 7 or a 10 or a 14, at the point that it really counts, there's no guarantee it's going to stay like that anyway.
Exactly.
14 feet, right. Now this looks very, very straight, although just looking at the first bit of it, I think the first bit goes left to right. So I'm going to back myself on that. Right. Well, I was right.
Yeah.
Good pace.
Finally.
There is not much break in this at all. Oh, you tend to think a little bit left to right. Geez, not much. Inches down here a bit more, I think. It's gone the other way.
Oh,
that's... Oh.
Well, what can I say apart from that wasn't one of your better reads?
The only thing that's proved is I'm not using the BLI. Oh, how could it do that?
It's another one.
That was huge, that putt. So I had a chance to pick one up and be only one behind with one hole to go. Well, if you'd missed and I'd done that, there would have been some noises
There would have
going.
been super whoops with your end.
Well, we're back to where we were.
Yeah, let's concede gracefully, Andrew. Just let Dave wave to the crowd, I think.
Well, it's very generous of you, but anything can happen. Although, oh, this is a long one.
Ooh.
630 yards, Christ.
So, just again, we want the local English opinion, Andy. It feels like Boris Johnson, the uproar is subsiding and he's going to survive.
Well, I think that there's only so many different parties, there's only so many different photographs they can keep churning out.
Yeah.
So naturally it's gone out of steam, and see, to me, I mean, my biggest bugbears were always, what was happening with cost of energy, first and foremost, and really what was happening on in the rest of the world. I mean, I really didn't give a bugger about what Johnson was doing, because as I said to you before, we experienced firsthand what the ordinary Joe public was doing, and the ordinary Joe public definitely wasn't. I mean, large swathes of the population were following the guidelines, but there were a determined minority who weren't.
Yeah.
And these people were blissfully unaware about any parties going on in Downing Street or wherever. They were too busy having their own bloody parties.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's political opportunism, this whole thing that.
Well, it almost always is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, he's just waited it out, and it's lost its steam, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, if the police, for example, come out and say we're not going to prosecute anybody or give any fines, I'm not sure where this thing can go. I mean, they might release the report that was done by the Cabinet Office, but what's that going to prove? That I mean, the Labour Party will do its utmost to raise the roof with cries of indignation and all this type of thing, and it will stoke up the fires again. But I'm just sick and tired of it all now. I mean, I'm more concerned about what's happening totally different sort of spheres, and the rugby union. I'm more interested in that. I'm more interested in the Olympics.
What's your favourite event in the Olympics?
What's my favourite event? I've really enjoyed the curling this year because I've understood the rules a lot better.
Same. I love lawn bowls, and so curling is sort of a kinship with that.
Yeah.
And I love the way the sweepers, they're so accurate. They sweep like mad, and they miss the stone by a millimetre the whole time and never seem to hit it. What happens if they hit it? I've never seen one do it, but it must happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens if they hit the stone and divert it?
Well, possibly the opposition whose stone has been interfered with, they might be able to place it wherever they want to.
Is that a guess or you've seen it?
That's a guess.
Yeah, I've never seen a sweeper hit a
I've
stone.
never seen
That's
it.
the thing. How can they be that accurate? They miss it by
No,
centimetre all the time.
they wouldn't need to guess where it goes. They've just got the free placement of wherever they want to put it. I think that would be the equitable thing to do.
It would. I'm just amazed they never seem to hit it, considering how close they go to it all the time.
And are you talking about the one that's moving or hitting someone else's? That's
No,
already
the one that's
stationary?
moving.
Yeah.
Or if they tread onto somebody else's ball. Ball, I'm thinking of golf here.
You know what? I'm going to go to YouTube later and I'm going to do a search for curling accidents. I'm going to see what I come up with. And if I find a funny one, I'll send you the link.
Nice.
There's got to have been some incident at some stage, but they always seem so perfect. But it's fun to watch, and I love the way the stone actually does curl late. For no obvious reason that I can see. I don't understand.
Well, because it's the forwards momentum is it's turning at the same speed going down the track, but the forward momentum is gradually getting less and less because it's losing forward speed. But the rotational movement, which is pretty constant,
it's almost like a putt where, as the ball dies, it starts to take the break more.
Yes,
in its own way.
yes,
Interesting.
precisely that.
And do you know what the lights on the curling stone are?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you what they are.
Good.
They indicate they've got to release the first stone before the first red hog line at the top, and if they don't release that stone before the first red hog line,
I shot that.
then then it doesn't light up.
Ah,
So it's a heat sensor within the stone.
and what's the penalty if they don't do that in time?
2 seconds.
Because if it goes down and they haven't got any lights on, then the stone gets removed before it gets into the hog, before it gets into the action zone.
Okay.
I think.
I've never seen that happen.
Again, I've never seen. I haven't seen it this Olympics where it hasn't lit up. Well, nicely closed out, Dave.
Tap.
He's done all he needed to do.
Oh, thank God for that.
Good one.
Yes. Well, he made a statement early, and we just never caught him.
Oh!
But the thing is, we've kind of been at 2 and 4 for. We've varied a little bit, but.
Well, I got to within 2. No, I got level, and you got to within 2, but then he pulled away again.
Well,
And look at that back 9,
was gonna
just
say-
2 birdies and nothing else. And look at us, bogeys everywhere.
well,
Yeah.
Dave, your front 9 was fantastic, except for the one hole.
Yeah, well, there was that hole.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that,
Yeah.
yeah, no, other than that hole, you played a great round.
Yeah, that was a bit of a Nick Faldo front 9 compared to you two, who were colourful all over the place.
Yes. It was a good.
It was that's a really strange sort of scorecard.
But it's another nail in the coffin.
Yeah, he's done it again. Oh my God, Andy, look at your scrambling stat.
It was awful, wasn't it?
You know,
But if
struggling
my
to find-
scrambling stat is awful,
I'm
then at
struggling
least
to
my
find supportive comments.